I see you, man bun. What are you doing to my plane, huh? Yeah, keep walking, man bun. Keep walking. Okay, as you can see, I'm not in the Challenger as I said I would, but I'm back in the Chancellor. So the story is I was invited by my friends to join them on the 10th anniversary Gumball tour. Carol and Sticky flew a tour they called Gumball from Martha's Vineyard to Anchorage, Alaska 10 years ago. Now to celebrate that, they wanted to fly it in reverse and asked if I wanted to fly with them. Sure, of course. I bought this plane for fun for the Gumball tour, with no intentions of owning it long term. So I wanted to donate it to Cape Air and Martha's Vineyard once I arrived, as I thought it would be something that would fit quite nicely into their fleet. Sure enough, they would love a free plane. Who would have thought? What happened was, a few hours ago, I got a phone call from my contact at Cape Air, and he very politely asked when they could expect to get the plane. And I'm just thinking, man, I need to be in Gary tonight and fly the Challenger out of here in the morning. So I replied to him, you know what? I need to be back in Chicago by tonight. So if we somehow can figure out something out that gets me back in Chicago, then of course you can have your plane tonight. He got all excited. Yeah, Sneaky, absolutely, man. We'll hold one of our planes going up to Boston around your arrival and get you going. So we arranged the details. I'll drop off the keys to him, let my company deal with the paperwork, transferring the plane over to Cape Air, and just get straight on a plane up to Boston and catch a commercial flight or to either O'Hare or Midway, depending on available flights. So let's finish off the tour before starting a new adventure in the Challenger by delivering this to Cape Air in Martha's Vineyard and return to where Carol had and Sticky started off some 10 years ago. Well, 11 now, considering how long this tour is taking us, but we'll not talk about that. So, end of the Gumball 10th anniversary tour. Last leg, let's go flying. Alright, welcome aboard. I'm Sneaky the pilot, and as per usual in my videos, let's talk about the plan for today. So looking at ForeFlight here on the iPad, flight plan loaded from Gary, Indiana to Martha's Vineyard via Haley, Victor 8, GSH, DJB, SFK, Seal, and Victor 188 to Curdy, Victor 374 to Martha's Vineyard BOR. Planned cruise at 15,500 feet, en route time 3 hours 19 minutes, and estimated 119 gallons of fuel burn today. 13 knots of tailwind today, which is really nice. And if we look at the weather here in Gary, then we can see the wind is 270 at 15 knots, 10 statute months of visibility, overcast 5,500, so we can't initially climb up to our cruise altitude of 15.5. The temperature is 14, dew point 0, QNH altimeter 2982. Martha's Vineyard are reporting 20 at 15, 10 statute months of visibility, and scattered 1,600, broken 8,500. Temperature 18 Celsius, dew point 13, and altimeter 2982. Okay, run up complete, altimeter 2982. I've set 1 to 2 on the course needle, heading 300, runway heading. Transponder on, lights on, and I'm ready. Hope you're ready. Alright, let's go. Power set. As per live. And pause the rig up. You can press arm. Goodbye, Gary, and my Challenger. I will see you very soon. I promise. Alright, Haley, nav set on GPS. We're leaving the airspace, lights can come off. I've set the manifold pressure back to 31.5 at 2300 RPM. Doing a slight turn here over Haley onto Victor 8. Alright, we have lead the mixers, we've set the cruise power setting. at 3,400 feet initially until we get all in the clouds. So we will meet some IFR weather, then I will call up to get an IFR clearance. And obviously I have completely forgotten about the tower frequency. Doesn't matter, I'm out of the airspace now. I swear I'm much better at this when I'm actually flying online or, you know, when there's actually somebody to talk to. So, man. I think if you look back on the past 3 to 4, maybe 10 videos, you'll see me forget the frequency change repeatedly. So maybe that's a signature move of the Sneaker the Pilot. I don't know, you tell me. Welcome back. We are getting closer to the South Bend class Charlie airspace, but I'm flying on Victor 8, which is just south of the airspace boundary here, which goes from what does it go from? 2,000 to 4,800. So I would be in the airspace if I was to fly in there, but I am just south of it, so I'm just gonna stay on my course here. So we look a little bit further ahead. I have nothing until we get to Eugene, Toledo, where we will pass through their airspace, which goes from 2,000 to 4,700. If I'm to stay at this altitude, of course. We'll see. Otherwise, it's just a very small turn to the south around the airspace and then continue. Or you could always call them up, ask for a transition through the airspace on your present heading. Getting very close to South Bend. Where is it? I don't know. No idea. It's somewhere in there. Yep. I'll bring it back. Oh. Sunshine. Sunshine ahead of us. Ah, would you look at that. Blue skies. Lots of dark clouds ahead of us still. And to the side, and behind us, and above, and everywhere. Well, except for there. And right here on our left-hand side, we have Lake Erie. Big lake between the US and Canada. Big, I think big is an understatement. It's probably pretty huge. Okay, yeah, next one is Cleveland coming up. I want to fly around all of that, so and I mean the weather is gray. So back to IFR, climb up to 15,000, and we'll take it from there. All right, climbing into the clouds. We are climbing above 8,000 now, and if you look at the iPad here, you can see that Cleveland class Bravo space goes up to 8,000. We are in the clouds, so we could definitely not outclimb it VFR. We would either have to be asking for a transition through the class Bravo airspace, or just simply fly around it, and I would prefer to the south, as there's no reason to go over the water really. But then if you're going south, it would also have to go through or in between Canton Regional and Cleveland airspace. So lots of things to look at, and we are above the clouds. Excellent, with a few airliners up there. Low again. The clouds are clearing up a bit. At least we can now see the ground again. Currently just north of Scranton, as you can see on the iPad here. Been flying for 2 hours 23 minutes. So with 55 minutes remaining, it's time to talk about the tour and the future. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who joined in on the flights. Ben, Bob, Matt, Anders, Ian, Tim, Andy, and a few others here and there. Thank you everyone for watching the videos too. They do take a long time to make, and I keep trying to improve and learn new things when editing. And just having a laugh over my own jokes is a lot of fun too. Anyway, it's been an unusual long tour for me due to other commitments away from aviation and filming, but I'm nearly there now. So, and I know some of you are still out there exploring, so please just keep enjoying that. I started this YouTube channel up just before starting the Gumball tour, buying this Cessna 414 solely for the tour. but soon you'll see me back in my natural elements, flying my private planes around for business, for pleasure, and just for fun, because aviation, man, you know, I just love everything aviation. And if you love aviation too, you know what to do. Okay, tomorrow morning, well, in a few weeks time for you until that video comes out, I'll be flying my Challenger up to Keflavik on Iceland to meet up with Andy, Ben and Anders for a new adventure. We're bringing some of our planes on a circumnavigation flight around the world, but flying south and later north over the South and North Pole, rather than circumnavigating east, as we usually do, I think. It's going to be quite a challenge for the Challenger to go over the South Pole, and we're not exactly sure what will happen, so consider subscribing to my channel to follow along. You can also join our new community Discord server to chat with me and the crew that you see in these videos and on the tours and flights, and the link to that will be in the description. Alright, back to the video. I can see that the weather is getting better and better down here, so let's check the actual meter for Martha's Vineyard. Scattered 2200 and 2600. It's probably fine. Should we descend? I think we should, before it turns into an IFR descent. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're in the descent now, down to 5,500 feet. We just popped out of a cloud, and right in front of us we have New York Stewart with 1,000 feet to go. Oh yeah, down at 5,500 feet, and we're under the clouds. We're flying Stewart. That was the right call to get down here. We're doing a 217 now again. Still the same fuel burn, fuel flow, 48. Yep, an hour and 10-15 minutes of fuel with 44 minutes remaining. So it might have been a little bit on the low side of the fuel planning here. We'll see. Okay, next one we have Danbury, goes up to 3,000. Then we have Southbury, 3,200. Then we get to Seal, Groton, New London, which is 2,500, and then Martha's Vineyard. Very cool. Almost there. And down here on our right hand side we have New Haven. So we are getting closer, and looks like there is a big container ship out there. Nice. Sending 3,500 feet. There was a little bit of a cloud there, so it was time to go down a little bit further. It looks like it would have been fine up there. It was just for a couple of seconds, and it just popped up in front of me. About to pass the Connecticut River, which leads out into the Island Sound, and a little bit further ahead, not much, it will be the Atlantic Ocean on our right hand side. But for now it's just simply still the Island Sound. Alright, last turn over Groton. Final straight line to Martha's Vineyard. Out there we have the easternmost part of Long Island. Over here we have Block Island, and behind it is the Atlantic Ocean. All of that out there. With not much time remaining, we'll go with the weather for Martha's Vineyard. The wind is 2-4, so 10 gust 15, 10 statute miles visibility, clear skies, 17 degrees Celsius, 11 degrees dew point, and altimeter 2981. So favorable runway 24. Runway 24, right traffic, 45 degrees, perfect. That's route. We can go over here to check that it's correct, and it is. Perfect. Okay, and down below here the iPad says Point Judith, and right in front of us is just the Atlantic Ocean, and hopefully Martha's Vineyard. The pattern altitude is 1067 feet. Field elevation is 67 feet. I've set the course needle here to the runway heading 24. I believe we have the airport right here. Runway 24. Mixture rich. Landing lights on. And we'll enter a right downwind runway 24. Give myself some room. Now, I've made it way too tight on most of my patterns in this plane. Get out. Prop full forward, midfield left downwind, right downwind runway 24. Flaps 1. And autopilot, yaw them off. Trim, 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 trim. There we go. Looking good now. Beautiful. Full flips. And idle. And switch over to ground. Yay! Hey, look at me. Pro pilot. Okay everyone, welcome to Martha's Vineyard. It's been a true pleasure to have you on board as always. I'll just text this in, head it over to Cape Air and catch that plane up to Boston ASAP. So if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the button and consider subscribing to follow along with me, Sneaky the Pilot. Until next time, bye for now.